From the deep, dark reaches of Star Trek Online comes Nikodas, Tabbytha, and Grebog with another episode of Fleet Action Report.
Hey, we're live, and welcome to Fleet Action Report, the show where we don't just play the game, but we teach you how to play the game.
I'm Tabbytha, that was Nikodas, and here is Grebog.
Computer run program Fleet Action Report episode 229, going Latinum with the Nagus. I mean, you could also go plaid with the Nagus, but you know, that'd be a whole different universe.
We could also go Nagus with the Latinum.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly that means, but I mean...
Well, it is Ferengi, so, you know.
And thank you all for coming, hanging out with us while we record this episode tonight. Being here is support enough, though. If you would like to give us a follow or subscribe, well, follow if you want to know about the next time we go live. Subscribe if you want to help us a little bit financially, or you could go, if you don't want to give Twitch money, you can go to Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/GREBOG, and you can give us or buy us a cup of coffee, because, you know.
I've not had my RDA of coffee, so I could use y'all's help with that.
Yeah, I could go with some coffee today too, actually.
Coffee.
I'm not a big fan of coffee, but you know, it's fun.
I'm gonna send them an email that you said that.
I like the the website service, but you know, I'd send all my coffee money into like energy drinks or caffeinated other beverages.
For what it's worth, I really, really, really like the V8 energy. I probably drink more of those than what I should.
We found Aldi has some nice no sugar energy drinks that don't have a weird sweetener that gives me a headache. So
I love Aldi. I mean, that is such a wonderful place. This was not brought to you by Aldi.
Aldi
nice
saves my household money. Oh wait, we're not sponsored. Hey Aldi, if you're listening, we'll talk all kinds of Aldi stuff if you want.
Give us some of your money.
Yeah, just
sponsor us.
Sponsor us, yeah, sure. I don't know that they'd sponsor an STO stream group, but you know,
weirder things have happened. Jeez. Tabby, why don't you start us off? How's your week been?
Oh, well, I am neck deep in finals. So that has been pretty much occupying all my time right now. Got my graphic design finals is to create a 4-page magazine layout for a magazine that doesn't exist. Front cover, table of contents, and then a 2-page article spread.
And it's looking quite nice, what you've shown.
Yeah, it's actually looking amazing. I'm actually creating like a mock-up for like if Fleet Action Report had a magazine, what would it look like? So I'm actually making a mock-up of that, and it's looking pretty flipping amazing. And then my digital imaging project is to create like a 3-image composite of 10 images a piece. And all 3 images have to be connected in some sort of like continuous concept, be related to each other. I just got started on today, and I'm gathering up the images from like the free kind of commercial, like the free stock image sites, so I can figure out what I've already got the concept for what I'm going to put together, but it's just kind of visualizing how everything's going to be put together and how it's going to look. And then of course I have a couple of weeks before I've got to worry about my math final, but I'm not too worried about that one. It's just those 2 art final projects that are consuming a tremendous amount of brain power. So I could really use that coffee, y'all. But outside of that, STO, lots of STO and a bit of rating and WoW.
Just a bit.
And yeah. Grebog.
Let's see. What have I done? I was tinkering with Linux and Raspberry Pi. One of my friends helped me figure out some things. We found out with some testing that essentially, so I run my TTRPGs on Foundry, which is self-hosted on a Raspberry Pi, which uses a website type setup. So what that means is, well, it uses a special port, which actually is the only reason it works, because apparently my ISP, blocks port 80, which we found out when trying to set up getting a certificate, so that way we could have, I could have it using HTTPS and have it more secure. Well, yeah, so with port 80 blocked, we had to do some weird workaround stuff, and yeah, I was able to get that done. That's kind of cool. The reason why we were trying to do that is, well, one, it's more secure. Two, I while back talked about those pixel gaming dice that light up, that connect up to Bluetooth. Well, the browser support for it, you have to have HTTPS, because otherwise the browser's like, I'm not going to send any device that you have connected to your computer through the internet through a non-secure tunnel. So if you don't have HTTPS enabled, we're not going to let you even send a dice roll across the internet.
That's weird for an ISP to block port 80, because that's like normal internet traffic, though.
Well, no, it blocks. So it's only blocking it for like it doesn't block like me looking at other people's web pages outside. It only won't let port 80, like it won't let me use port 80 on my end. Like, so I can't host a website on my computer and be seen.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So it's only basically blocking, I guess, incoming traffic to my side on port 80.
Like outbound instead of inbound.
Yeah. So it's fun. It is. Well, when I signed up for my ISP, they did have a thing, and there's, oh, hey, we have a rule that you cannot run a server across our internet, and I guess they truly mean that by blocking that port. Anyway, yeah.
Do you have a web hosting account? Maybe you can do like a reverse proxy.
I did a CNAME, and so yeah, I have things set up. It'll work. The way it.
Cool.
Yeah, I set up a CNAME so that way, one, it will never like my friends will only have to ever remember this one address. Like I already had it set up; they only had to remember one address, but now it just automatically, set up. And I even have have it set up to auto renew every 3 months. So.
Tonight's episode of Web Hosting Action Report is brought to you by.
Yeah, I was like, as we delve deep into things that people probably, yes, I'm a nerd, I know. So I did that. Other things I've done is I've gone to Q's Winter Wonderland doing the daily stuff and things. I mastered some ships. I've been also deleting and recreating captains, because I am not and will not do. Some silly person once upon a time, oh hey, it's time to create Dominion Jim Hadar recruits. I'm going to create one of each type, and then I'm like, more recently I'm like, no, I'm not going to do all the challenges on 6 different captains. No. And so I went through.
You're saying that past Grebog was kind of a jerk?
Past Grebog did not think ahead. that if you know me, that's a common theme in my life. I don't always think ahead. But so yeah, I deleted. So I've deleted 2 and recreated them. So that way I have, yeah, I'll have them back and whatnot. Yada yada. But they are not now recruits, and so they can just play the game and have fun.
Oh, so you have lobies now too.
Level 60s, they're Jim Hadar.
Oh, right. Right. Well, that's boring.
I mean, Jim Hadar lobies. I mean, they basically got. I got 2 of them through the tutorial, and they're sitting there ready for my fleet invite when I decide to do that sometime on the KDF side, because that's the 2 I started with. Because they didn't have anything done. I went. Nikodas, how's your week? What have you been up to? I think you're the last one to go, right?
I am the last one to go. Tuesday was actually my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. To celebrate, I bought myself a gift and I built a new Magic the Gathering Commander deck based on a card named Wasatora, who is a dragon cat. So I've actually been play testing that a lot, and it seems to be a pretty potent deck. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. I did pick up the new 2D, 3D remake of Dragon Quest III, which originally in the States was called Dragon Warrior 3. So, take that as you will. And I've kind of been, trucking my way through that. And then, yeah, doing my dailies on STO, playing around in Q's Winter Wonderland. Oh, it's all good, man. I have been congratulated, and like my mom took me out to breakfast this morning after work. That was a thing. They announced my birthday the past 3 days at work. I'm kind of over it, honestly. Like they announced it at our morning brief at work, and my response was, "You didn't have to do that." To which our fleet manager walked by and goes, "Yes, we did." So, it is what it is. But I appreciate the birthday wishes. Yeah, so that's my week's been hectic, but it's been good. It's been fun, and I'm ready to fly around in the Decora here, or the Nagus here. So let's move on to this week in STO. Black Friday sales have started and are ongoing, correct?
Yes. Well,
Yes.
one
Now,
is
until
ongoing.
the 10th, you get 50% off mud bundles, and all old bundles return. Is that including like the anniversary bundles?
No, mud bundles. Only old mud bundles.
Okay. Only mud bundles. All right, gotcha. 10-4.
I don't think the anniversary bundles re-popped.
I can look real quick, but probably not. Ship bundles. No, they have not.
Looking in the mud store though, there's a ton of old bundles in there. Mud's primary faction choice pack and
Mixed choice pack. Yeah, there's
you too for 14. Yeah, basically $147.50 can get a mud bundle.
There's a lot of good chips in here.
Unfortunately, you if you didn't buy your Zen before, you missed the bonus charge thing that ended, I think, on Tuesday,
something like that.
Anyway,
yeah, looking at these ships, so it's like, oh man,
there's some good ones. They're all expensive though. Tabby, you're up to talk about the next sale.
From now until December 14th, 15% sale on keys and 20% off of all items in the lobby store. So a lot of you are just now getting your awards from the year-long event, 1,500 lobby. Well, you can 20% off of all items in Lobby store. It's the great time to go and buy those. 20 keyring bundle is back with the ultimate tech upgrade, so you can go and spend some of your Zen on that. But yeah, there's a number of good things in the Lobby store to pick up with the sale and your fresh infusion of Lobby, like Boimler's is like a Boimler's is a must-have for your ship builds. And let's see, wait, what's that? What's that ground trade is available for Lobby? Isn't it like Space Explorer's a great gig?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so like those two right off the bat are great Lobby picks. Let's see, the Shax cannon is a Lobby item, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, that's another great Lobby buy. Y'all have any suggestions off the top of your head?
Samuel Clemens outfit. There you go. If you want to look like Samuel Clemens.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one there. We should get on it. We should.
There is a lot of good outfits in there. There's a lot of good weapons in there. Especially if you're looking for a theme build or you want to make an unusual character, like there's a Borg outfit in there. You can dress up, yourself and all your bridge officers as Borg, and yeah.
You could also buy the Badgie box and get a non-combat pet.
With a very low chance of getting a combat pet.
Don't buy it if you're trying to get the combat pet. Just saying.
Yeah.
Better off selling keys than trying to buy a Badgie.
Yeah. All
Much
right.
like a ship, and it'll be as expensive as a ship. So take that as you will.
So, also part of, I guess they put Grand Nagus celebrates Black Friday. Which we'll go into a lot more of detail on this, but I'm going to show you to claim that they recently gave us well, it's now until the 10th of December that you can get the Nagus Marauder. The Grand Nagus giveaway is that is what it's called, and it's in the promotion tab. I found it simply just put Nagus up there because if you're like me and have been playing the game a lot, there's a lot of other promotion stuff in the list, and I couldn't find it because I'm too impatient in scrolling. So I just type it up in the search bar, so it cuts it down. Once you claim the one here that I'm clicking so it lights up, once you claim that one, it will then unlock the two other items, and then that's how you get the ship and the outfit boxes. Now, do note, the outfits, if you're KDF, you cannot wear any of the outfits except for the baseball uniforms. Because apparently they made the outfits, they made them only for Fed. That was an interesting choice.
Choices were made there.
But still, hey, it's free stuff, so we can't really complain. This is something apparently Ambassador Kale, he was pushing for quite a while, and it was able to get them to go ahead and do this on his way out. So we have Ambassador Kale to thank for the giveaway. So yeah,
kind of like a going away present, although he's the one kind of going away. Wish him the best in his future endeavors, however.
Yeah,
indeed. We're gonna
like I
miss
said,
you, Kale.
Yeah. And as I said, this is available on PC until the 10th of December. Console, it should now be available, and you have until the 17th of December to claim it.
There was a delay on the PlayStation. I don't know if that has been resolved.
I think that was for the winter event. I didn't see anything.
Claiming. What was it? Maybe you're right.
But
it's fine. It's fine.
Basically, you get this Marauder. I put all this into the show notes, but I think we can kind of skip it because we're gonna talk about this tonight.
Okay. So the last bit of news is A new ship enters the Infinity Lockbox, the Obena
the
Heavy
last bit of
Cruiser.
news.
Oh, is there something else? Did I miss
Yeah,
one?
Winter's
Oh, I did.
Wonderland.
Yes.
Oops.
Trying to
Sorry.
steal my thunder.
Sorry, Tabby. Okay, so not the last bit of news, but a bit of news. The Obena Heavy Cruiser enters the Infinity Lockbox. This actually started last Tuesday. It's got 4 weapon slots. Seating has a commander, engineer, miracle worker, a lieutenant commander, universal / command, lieutenant commander tactical, lieutenant engineer, and ensign science. Consoles 4 tech, 5 engineering, 2 science, and 1 universal. And if you upgrade it all the way, you can get 3 universal out of it. It comes with the universal console antimatter interweave. Once activated, it stays activated. And when you take damage once every 2 seconds, which stacks to 10, you get a bonus to all damage. And then once you reach 10 stacks, it releases a pulse of radiation in a 3-kilometer radius that and increases your flight speed and turn rate, resets all the bonus damage stacks, deactivates the console, and places it on a cooldown. So there's a lot going there, but it sounds interesting. It also has a passive that gives you all damage resist rating, and it scales up as you take damage. As your hull level drops, the damage resist increases. So it's a great tanking console. And then it has that bonus to all damage. So it sounds interesting, but I haven't tested it yet. It also has the starship trait Industrious Engineers. When you activate an engineering or miracle worker bridge officer ability, it reduces the remaining recharge times on all other engineering and miracle worker bridge officer abilities. And it kind of depends also on where your hull is at and how much it reduces it. Basically, if your ship takes damage, your engineers work harder to fix things. That's essentially what this is doing.
The more damage you take, the more they panic and work harder.
And then there is, so of course, like I said, this is going into the Infinity Lockbox, but the seating and capabilities of the ship itself are very, very similar to a C-store ship called the Princeton Miracle Worker Cruiser. The only difference between the two is that the Obena has a lieutenant commander seat that is universal, and the Princeton has a lieutenant commander seat that is tactical. That is the only difference as far as seating goes and stat wise between the two ships. Of course, the console and trait are unique to the Obena.
But if you're looking for a similar platform, you have a cheaper option out there.
Ooh, that was a lot. Tabby, tell us about Q.
Q's Winter Wonderland is back, and well, we all know that Q is a genius and handsome too. From now until January 2nd, and on PC and Xbox. Now PlayStation is having issues getting the event started. And that's not unusual. It happens to a lot of consoles. It's fine.
Especially older consoles, you know.
Especially older consoles. It's nothing to be embarrassed about PlayStation. But they're going to get the event started, and they'll have theirs extended to make up for the delayed start.
That was terrible. What an awful joke.
It's fine.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Tabby.
Hey, I started it.
Okay, go on.
20 completions for doing the listed winter activities, which is pretty much everything except for the snowball fight. And the reward this year, because every year there's a ship that gets rewarded. The Ilios Intel scout vessel, which is a tier 6. If you've seen Picard season 3, it's the ship that gets introduced and destroyed in the very beginning of the season. Doesn't it get yeeted?
Yes, it gets thrown at another ship.
Yep. They should have made that one of its ability.
Well, they actually, the Shrike has that ability.
Yeah, the Shrike has the ability to yeet other ships, but like the Ilios should have had like an ability that modifies its ramming speed that like lets it like yeet itself into another ship.
That would be funny.
Anyway, it's an Intel scout vessel, so it has a 4-2 weapons layout. It's got Commander Science Intel, Lieutenant Commander Universal Miracle Worker, Lieutenant Commander Universal, Lieutenant Engineer, and Ensign Tactical. For consoles, it's got 3 Tactical, 3 Engineer, 5 Science. Has a secondary deflector, Intel package. It can equip dual cannons. Has a Universal console. Custom power matrix, passive bonus to shields, engine, auxiliary. Oh, no, hang on. The universal console that it comes with is the custom power matrix. It provides a passive bonus to shields, engines, and auxiliary. And the unused ability is depending on your power used, will activate one of 3 abilities. Diverting power from shields will boost weapon firing cycle. Diverting power from auxiliary will increase weapon critical chance, and diverting power from engines will increase your weapon critical severity, and all 3 can be online at the same time. The starship trait you get with it is Power Specialist Credentials. Once every 15 seconds, activating a Shield Heal Bridge Officer ability grants yourself and up to 10 allies in a 5-kilometer radius. Now, how often 10 allies are in a 5-kilometer radius? Anyway, 20% of your maximum shield capacity as shield regeneration every 2 seconds for 10 seconds, and a bonus 30 Starship EPG for 10 seconds.
It is worth noting that fighter craft are considered allies.
Aha.
Which is probably
That's a
why
good
they
point.
put a limit at 10.
Yeah, so yeah, if you pull your fighter craft in, or when they like come in to hug you, you can give them that buff. Okay, good to know. New vendor items for this year are the some Andorian flavored things. Andorian flavor. Okay, never mind. Nano Pulse Edge Ushan Tor. Nano Pulse Retro Batleth colors, red and blue. We could be putting these up on screen. I don't know why why we're not. Anyway, Anar Ushantor Psyblades and ugly sweaters of Moopsy Smile, Moopsy Jaws, the Tuvix Orchid, and the Mark Twain suit that we were kind of what we were just talking about a little bit earlier.
It's an ugly sweater of the Mark Twain suit.
Yeah, it's an ugly sweater of the Mark Twain suit. And then new Winter Wonderland weaponry, the Candy Glass Ushantor, which is a Anar weapon, Andorian Anar weapon, and Wonderland Transformation Snow Person.
You can become a snowman. You can live out your dreams to become a snowman.
The Snow Person one is expensive. 200 of all the 200 earmuffs, candles, ornaments, and incense.
Wow.
Okay. Well, that was a lot of news to get through, and we still have to talk about our primary targets. So, Grebog, tell us about the history of the Nagus.
So some of you newer players probably don't remember this. This ship was actually put into the game back in 2017. So, and when it was put into the game, well, there was some drama. And
Wait, drama? Why?
well, because essentially the people that were given the ship got an email basically thanking them for their contribution or something to that effect, but they never gave any information out on what the criteria was to be awarded the Nagus Marauder. And so obviously some people got excluded and then got upset. Because I'm going to guess some of the people that got it were probably content creators at the time, and there were probably other content creators that did not get it, and so we're not happy. I don't remember. I just remember there was drama about it. I don't really remember it. I've slept since 2017, so. But
it was a reward for something that they never said what that something was.
Yeah, and then eventually, because for whatever reason there was a Star Trek cruise, they gave away some more of them on that cruise, and then we never saw them come out again until we all got them. So I do like that they finally just went, here, everybody, you can have them.
You get a Nagus. You get a Nagus. You get a Nagus. You all get a Nagus.
Rom's deciding to be generous in his old age. All right, so what we're going to do, this is kind of a new segment that we're wanting to do. In lieu of doing a build video, we want to talk about what builds might fit well on this ship and why. And my partners, as I go through this list here, you guys are welcome to, put your 2 cents in as we go through this. The first one that I listed is the Torpedo Boat. And the reason I listed that is because of the seating that is on board here. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and do that, Grebog. You're fine. Then we'll get back to the builds.
So since we skipped some of the base stats, because we're talking about the ship here and now, this is a 5-3 weapon setup. It only has 4 engineering console slots, 3 science, and 4 tactical. Obviously 4 device slots. The starship trait that it comes with is Streak Breaker. Basically, missed attacks grant Streak Breaker counter. When you miss, gain 1 Streak Breaker counter for 60 seconds, add 5 counters, then you get more accuracy rating, and you get a lot of crit severity and a good amount of crit chance for 15 seconds, and prevents gaining Streak Breaker counters for 30 seconds. The issue with this trait, anymore, people don't typically miss a whole lot because we have a lot of consoles and stuff that buffs our accuracy, and so this trait kind of is nowadays.
So it sounds good in theory, but it's not great in practice.
And then the ship comes with the console Universal Battle Module 4000. Now, do note, this does also come on the Nagus Marauder. So, and they buffed this console. It now gives you a base 2% crit chance, 10% accuracy rating. When you're not in battle mode, you have an EMP burst that reduces power levels and power transfer. It puts out a pulse that reduces a bunch of subsystem energy on your enemies. Yeah, it's an EMP pulse. It affects their power ratings, reduces their transfer. Yeah, all that. It allows you to transform your ship into battle mode, which when you switch into battle mode, you now have swarm missiles, which do massive, air quote, kinetic damage. In 135 degree targeting arc. And while under the effects of attack pattern beta, each weapon fired restores 0.2% of your max hull, 1 minute recharge on that swarm missile. Now, I'll be honest, and I think Nikodas would agree that he was talking about it early before the show started. The massive air quotes there isn't so massive. The kinetic damage is a little bit lacking. However, the one benefit I see with Missile Swarm is the attack pattern beta. Each weapon fired restores 0.2% of your max hull. It could be a potential good minor damage out, but also some survivability. I left it on the ship because it kind of is part of the ship. More of a theme. Plus, I also like to be able to transform the ship into battle mode. Let's see, is that... Yep. Also to note, the ship comes with a special skin. Obviously, you can go and make it look like the other Marauder. Well, you can... It comes with the T5 Decora Marauder that you can make it look like it. If you have Quark's Marauder, you can also make it look like Quark's Marauder as well. Though I don't know a lot of people that have both of those, like, well, the Nagus and the Quarks, but you know. But this one just comes with a special gold skin, has a little extra bump on the tail. In battle mode, here I will transform back into non-battle mode. So yes, parts do move. So it does kind of make it more, I guess, battle ready. I kind of like the Latinum skin. Gives it a nice shiny look. I know some people don't like shiny ships, so you do have the option to make it look like a standard Ferengi Marauder. Anyway, on to the build stuff.
Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. The first build that I put down here was the Torpedo Boat, and the reason I brought that up is because the seating right here, you get command seating in a commander spot, so you can actually use some of the higher end abilities like Concentrate Firepower 3 and whatnot to do a Torp build. That's like the key ability for torpedo builds, is that one. But it does have a lower turn rate, and torpedoes tend to have a narrow firing arc. So doing a torp build on this ship can be a challenge, even though like the traits and stuff kind of lean that way. If you're going to put a torp build on this ship, there are consoles you can equip that it will increase your turn rate.
Come here often.
I was actually just looking at the 2-piece bonus for the battle module 4000. If you can get the metaphasic solar capacitor as well, which I think comes off the Ferengi ship in the Lobby store, it gives a 35% boost to your turn rate. So there is that. And of course, you can also use the competitive reputation engines to give you a boost whenever you do a firing mode. Or heal, depending on which version of the engines you get. And those can help you with your turn rate and back and forth and whatnot. Do you guys want to add anything to Torp builds before I go to the next one?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm good. Now, though, you're about to go into my favorite.
Do you want to do this one?
No. I've got my own entire section coming up.
Okay. So the next one I looked at, which is actually a build that I'm using, is Fire at Will. With the seating you have, Fire at Will 3 is available in the tactical spot. And then if you equip all beam arrays, which I did not, but if you equip all beam arrays, it makes the turn rate less important. Now, it's worth noting that the tactical seat is also an intel seat. And it does give you access to Surgical Strikes 1. However, as you'll see here in a minute, we're not we're not actually recommending that for this ship. Primarily because Surgical Strikes 1 shares a cooldown and a
Ready to get
slot
funky?
with Fire at Will 3 and Beam Overload 3. So you got to kind of pick your poison here. Do you guys want to add to that?
No.
Grebog.
Yeah,
Earth
good.
to Grebog. Okay.
I'm playing Dabo on my bridge.
I have not done that yet. I need to do that.
Oh, you need to get on my bridge.
Talking about Fire at Will leads us right into Beam Overload. It's kind of the same thing. So you can do Beam Overload 3. Again, using beam arrays makes the turn rate not as important, but you're gonna lose some DPS over like the dual beams and whatnot. That's actually, see, I've got all dual beams up front, and the reason for that is primarily my Fire at Will build is on the Odyssey, which has a slightly better turn rate, and it's feasible to use the dual beam banks. The Nagus makes that a little bit harder, but again, if you want to increase your turn rate, there are ways to do that. Consoles, the two-piece set bonus, or the competitive rep engines will help you keep your forward facing. And the dual beam banks do more damage than the beam arrays, but like I said, the beam arrays, you don't have to focus so much on where you're pointing. And then the last build that I really thought would be good on the on the Nagus, would be a directed energy weapon / science build. So I just noticed something, guys. The readout was wrong. When I wrote this up, it said there were going to be 2 universal seats. There's not. There is only one. So actually, I should bump the do side down. Although I still think you could, in theory, put on, what would it be? Gravity Well 1, I think would still be an option.
Yeah, but with
Actually, no, you need a lieutenant commander, I believe, for 1.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm actually going to move do side down to the do not. I thought
Yeah.
one of the lieutenant commander spots, or the only lieutenant commander spot, was also going to be universal. It is not.
The do side went to do not.
Yep. So without a lieutenant commander science seat, the do side build is not feasible. So,
and especially with only 3 science console slots, like 3 science console slots, and
no secondary deflector. Yeah.
I will reword this, and so that's all I got. So the only builds that I think are worthwhile on this would be a Torpedo Boat, the Fire at Will, or the Beam Overload. And then Tabby's going to tell us why these other builds are not good. And while you do that, I'm going to fix Deuce that.
All right, well, we already covered why you don't want to do Psi. See what I did there? And we also covered why not to do Surgical Strikes, because you can't do Surgical Strikes 3. It has a low turn rate, so like that's going to make it problematic at best. So you probably don't want to go into a Surgical Strikes build. And like no space magic. So like you can't even do a do-sci build. So you're not really even gonna so since you can't even do a do-sci build, a full-on space magic build is right out. Scatter volley, cannon scatter volley and cannon rapid fire. Again, low turn rate. Same reasons as your like the turn rate for the cannons. Like you could probably get away with a scatter volley because of its AoE nature, but not going to recommend it. So you're really just better off with beams. Beams or torps. If you if you do something to like you could go with torps or scatter volley if you do something to mitigate the turn.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, scatter volley would be challenging, but you might be able to pull it off.
Yeah, like scatter volley would be on the is like do not is on the do not recommend, but like you could like if you really want to, you could mitigate it with the turn rate.
Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't, but
If somebody really, really wanted to.
generally your best bet for this ship is gonna be beams.
So we got, let's see, we put Dusai, Space Magic. Let me move Dusai up. You got SV and CRF, right?
Yep.
And then the other builds, obviously you don't have the seating on here to do any of the other specialty builds. You just can't. So we're not even going to mention it because you just can't do it.
You just can't.
So let's take our ships and go, blow something up.
Oh, hang on, I need to leave the bridge. Wait, do I actually have to leave the bridge to?
No, because you're still in party. I mean, I can queue us up for whatever. What do you guys want to do? You want to do a TFO? You want to do a patrol? You want, what do you want to do?
Why not a TFO?
Okay. Well, because we might get, I mean, I can queue us up for one. Here, let's do this.
Uh-oh.
Let's just do.
Uh-oh.
Let me find it. I think
I'm in trouble.
Or we could go do Ninth Rule. Go say hi to somebody.
Who's doing Ninth Rule?
No, I was good.
Oh,
making
Madron?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
A bunch of Ferengi Marauders show up to do Ninth Rule.
I mean, we could do that anyway, and still queue up for Eupiter here.
Oh yeah, let's do Jupiter. Yup. Yep.
I've got us in queue. Obviously, it has not popped yet. I could make it a private queue with just 3 of us. That might be a little challenging.
I think it would be a little challenging. I'm not feeling that brave.
Really?
Really?
Okay, that's fair. That is completely fair. Let's see, what's another one since we're not getting the pop here? We could maybe do Resistance of Starbase 1. See how we can hold up against the exploding spheres.
Oh, that resistance.
Yeah, that one. I was really hoping the Jupiter would go, though.
Jupiter's more of an opener.
What I would really like to do is the Crystalline Catastrophe.
Why is that?
Because I haven't done it in, like, a year. Nobody runs that one anymore unless it's like the daily or universal endeavor or whatever.
Which is generally about once a year.
Yeah.
Endeavor, or they put it as an event, or
We haven't had a crystalline event in a long, long time. I think we're looking at what, 4 years, maybe more?
did you hear that, Deca?
Becca!
I mean, they'd be waking up right about now, right?
Possibly. Yeah, something like that. All right. Obviously, it's not gonna pop. I don't know if doing a patrol would kick us out of the queue, but we can always go we can go to Kinger if you want.
I mean, because they're getting about to roll on to 5 a.m. over there.
Something like
Okay,
that.
what level are we doing?
Oh, yeah, good question. I am set to advanced. Are you good with that?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna go to 9th rule.
9th rule, launch. Up.
Did we get a pop?
Yep.
Looks like
Yep.
there was a fight.
I got the wee woo.
We taking the wee woo?
We'll take the wee woo.
Yep.
If they're here, they're under
Okay.
cloak.
Sorry, Stamets. We might be back. Maybe. If you're lucky. Three marauders just show up at Jupiter. We're here to save the day. Don't worry,
profit.
we'll bill you for it.
We're here to deal with Madrin because, well, he's a problem.
There we
That
go.
was cool.
I think
And
Tabby
away.
had the best angle on our departure.
That's fair.
The Terrans will be
Well,
here.
well, no, I was like looking at the
Time to
screens as
take
we all
them
left,
to their station.
and
It's our job to
yeah,
stop them.
where Tabby was, she got all three of us warping out.
Engage their weapon work finally.
Okay, activate battle mode.
On mode. Wait, why did mine deactivate? Oh no, it activated. It just took a while. So now, but I accidentally deactivated it because I didn't think it was activated.
Wow, so we have 3 marauders and 2
Cardassians.
Cardassians. I mean,
It's a regular rogues gallery here.
yeah.
Definitely an interesting mix. Now, I would have laughed if we'd come in here and there'd been 5
Here they come.
marauders.
All ships, battle stations.
A welcoming committee. You should. We're just here for your data. Hand it over and nobody will get hurt.
That shield has failed. All ships, engage the Terran fleet.
This isn't over, Ashley. Believe that.
Enterprise, Defiant, take some ships and take her down. The rest of you, stay alert. This isn't over yet. I'm picking up more ships through the rifts. Close before you can.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure Jupiter itself is clear, and then
Come
I'll
on,
find a
Beta.
spot to go sit.
I'm at Gamma.
Need to clear out the ships at Jupiter Station.
I'm working on it. Yeah, the turn rate is... I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. It's not a complete slug, but I was definitely doing wide turns. Okay, Gamma's good, Beta's good, Alpha's good. I think we actually got a decent team, guys. I should make this go relatively quickly.
Yeah, this turn rate is not great.
Hey, the Enterprise J is worse.
I mean, yeah.
You need to get those rifts under control.
Savak is running around trying to help people. I think he's bored. Got over to Gamma right after I destroyed everything.
It's all good. Kind of what we're here for. Sorry you're bored,
We've got
man.
hostiles on the station. They're breaching our systems.
Are they though?
No.
Are the systems being breached?
They were dead by the time he said that.
You need to get those rifts under control.
I put both Calm Before the Storm and History Will Remember on this build. History Will Remember is a good one with Fire at Will because you get all the focus, right? And then the stacks don't go away until you map change. So
Yeah, History Will Remember is a great one.
You need to clear out the ships at Jupiter Station.
it's already dead, dude.
Like, chill
gotta-
out, man.
You gotta stop. We got this.
Just chill, man, chill.
I actually made a Ferengi character just before they released this ship, and I went ahead and bought the other Ferengi ship, and I can't remember if it's Lobi or if it's Phoenix. I think it's Phoenix.
The T5
Yeah,
Marauder?
No, it's a tier 6 ship, but it's not a
The
Marauder.
warship, the Nandi warship.
Yes, the Nandi.
Yeah, that's the that's the Phoenix.
You need to clear out the ships at
So I
Jupiter.
picked that,
yeah,
you're right, because I used the free Phoenix token that all my characters get now. So, I grabbed that ship intending to make a Ferengi ship and crew and whatnot, and then they released this. I was like, oh, that was
You need
poor
to
timing.
get those rifts under control.
That's okay, though. I'm sure there's something on the Nandi that I can use. And I found out the Nandi is unique. It's one of the only ships in the game that actually
We've
have
got hostiles on the station.
6
They're
bridge
breaching
officer
our
spots.
systems.
What?
We've locked down the projectors. Now they're ours for good.
You still
So I
here,
might look
Grandma?
to see what I can
Ugh,
come up
that hour or two
build-wise
away
with
was
that.
annoying.
Oh, this is
Speaking
gonna
of
hurt.
annoying, did you like the little back door I put in your station?
Enterprise is back near projector beta.
Actually, that did not hurt as much as I thought it would.
The shield vessels are negating your attacks on the Enterprise. Take them out first.
Be seeing you.
That was fun.
The Enterprise is
Just
near
looking at
projector
our buff bars makes me laugh sometimes because, like, a little absurd. Because, like, like right now, sure, mine's up there, but like you and Nikodas also buff bars get
Don't
silly.
even try to catch me.
Like a mile long.
Yeah, that's why I'm like going, wow.
She ran away
The
really
Enterprise
fast
is
on
going
that
for
one.
projector Alpha.
It's fine. Everyone have some fire cycle haste.
Yes, please.
Well, thank you.
Stop hurting
You know
me.
what? I'm done.
Stop hurting me.
Well done.
Oh yeah, we
You
wrecked
sent
her.
the
That
Terrans
was
home
funny.
with a message. If you intend to test us, be
I like
prepared
this
for the
ship.
consequences. Hopefully their emperor will listen to that message. but I wouldn't hold my breath.
All right, let's go say hi to Madrin, and then we'll call it a night. Find somebody to raid or whatever.
Madrin.
Oh, if we can, it might have put it on.
It probably
cooldown.
put it on a 30-minute cooldown.
I did not think about that, if I'm being completely honest.
Yep, 20 minutes and 52 seconds.
Oh, drat. All right. Well, we could go do the other Kinger. It's not as much fun, but we could still do it. Where is it?
Unwanted guests?
Yes, that one.
I mean, are there still Ferengi there?
There's not.
That was part of the fun, though.
We'll do it Monday. We can get these ships back out on Monday for fun night.
Okay.
Because I'll actually be here for this fun night.
Who are you?
Let's still do a patrol, though. I still want to do a patrol.
Are you cool with the other, like I said, unwanted guest, the other Kinger
Yeah,
system?
let's do unwanted guests.
Okay. I'm launching.
Launching.
Launched.
Yeah.
The Vigilance stands ready to fight at your side.
As I just ram them. Oh, right. Battle mode, battle mode.
Vortex as soon as possible. We cannot allow it to remain open.
Target's shields have failed.
Reporting in. Operational status.
Rear shields failing.
Enemy vessels. On
Wow,
an
that
attack sector.
happened.
The enemy has sent reinforcements. You are clear to close the vortex now.
I think some of us are overgeared.
For advanced?
Well done.
Apparently.
I would guess anyone that gets a super long buff bar is probably overgeared.
That's fair.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Target's shields have failed.
Which would be all of us.
Close the vortex while you can.
All right, friends, you ready to do the big battle?
Let's do the big battle.
The harmony. Together, we will defeat these vile beings and their soulless vessels. We must remain united to defeat the Borg. We will not let the Borg prevail.
Four shields.
Look at that little Marauder taking on the Borg cube all by itself.
What cube?
Do not relent. We shall be victorious.
Rear shields failing.
That was a aptly timed race for impact.
The Borg seek to decimate this universe, as they did with ours, but we will stop them.
Target's shields have failed.
She says that, but we don't even know where this particular group of Borg is coming from.
We are strong.
Like, we don't know what universe these particular Borg are coming from. It's weird. I think they're purposely just hating all Borg.
Borg are consistent indeed, which is why they never
Are
fail
you
to
saying
underestimate
they
us.
might be Luddites? Well, maybe not Luddites. Would
You'll notice we didn't even try to talk to them.
Target's
Victory is within our grasp. Eliminate any remaining Borg vessel. Close that
What
remaining vortex now.
Borg vessel? There you go. Thank you.
Victory.
I'm just saying that's a little weird. Like, they show up and we don't even hail them. We don't even hear their spiel. They could just be here asking for help, and we're like, nope, you gotta die.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, we haven't even had the conversation with the cooperative, and they're like our allies, right? They're in the Delta Alliance, or what's now called the Kittimer Alliance.
Yeah.
Let alone like the Girardi Borg or the freed Borg that Chakotay runs into.
I mean, and who's to say that there's not a universe out there that they have consensual Borg?
We invite you to join the Borg.
I mean,
Your technological and biological distinctiveness will be added to our perfection.
yeah.
We will cure all your illnesses and weaknesses. Please sign here.
Do you accept?
Ah, the friendly Borg.
You know, if we're talking about a massive multiverse, there could be easily something out there that yeah, there's got to be one of them.
Laws of probability say that they would have to exist somewhere.
Anyway,
Yeah, anyway, thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. If you watch this later on YouTube, thank you for watching this on YouTube.
we appreciate you.
Yeah, we do. And Killigan left. I don't even know if we have any viewers, but you know what? I will see you out there anyway.
Have fun, be safe, and don't set yourselves on fire.
Live long and prosper, everybody. Stick around, and we'll maybe chat a little more or end it. We'll find out. Computer, end program.